Hey guys, today we going to discuss top 10 signs that prove Prince Harry will divorce Meghan Markle. At number 10, we have contacting divorce lawyers. Lady Colin Campbell, a prominent British author and socialite, has commented on reports of a possible divorce. She spoke to GB News and claimed that there has been problems in the marriage, supposedly for some time. She said, "I have heard from 5 totally reliable sources that Harry has called in the lawyers some months ago. And also if there are real problems in the marriage, which there do appear to be, how he's going to have a heck of a time extricating himself because he has been very overt about all his failings. If a divorce were to happen, she thinks that he's not in a very good position legally in terms of preserving his position and getting custody of the children. There's no telling if any of that is actually happening right now, as this information doesn't necessarily match up with their public face." The pair first met in London in the summer of 2016, after they were set up by a mutual friend. They got married in May of 2018, and then only 2 years later, in 2020, they announced on Instagram their decision to step back. As senior members of the royal family, this news sent shockwaves around the world and greatly impacted the public's opinion of the couple. Number 9, Harry's escaped suites. Several reports have been going around alleging that Harry has been spending time alone in 2 hotels. One near his home in Montecito, and another one in LA. Sources that spoke to The Sun claimed that he uses these as transcript in this video where he goes to get away from his family home. One is a room kept on standby for him at a leading hotel chain in Montecito, where he apparently stays occasionally without Meghan. His second option is more exclusive, and it's apparently a private members club in LA where he is known to stay after going to Barry's wedding. Of course, the insinuation is that Harry goes to these places to escape his wife, either because he just needs some time alone like we all do sometimes, or because his marriage is actually crumbling. Although that sounds a bit far-fetched considering how massive his Montecito home really is. The property is over 18,000 square feet with 9 bedrooms, 16 bathrooms, a tennis court and a guest house with 2 bedrooms. So, there are plenty of places to go if either Harry or Meghan need to have some space from each other. Number 8. Meghan avoiding his kiss. Harry and Meghan were recently captured in a kiss cam moment at an NBA game in LA. They made a rare public appearance at the Crypto.com arena as they watched a basketball game between the LA Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies. The couple smiled and laughed as they appeared on the big screen at the arena, and the footage was published in a YouTube video by The Telegraph. The crowd cheered and encouraged them to kiss, and as Harry appeared to lean in for a kiss, Meghan playfully turned away and clutched his arm. They suddenly seemed to be happy during the game, but it is unlike them to avoid public displeasure. So the moment had some people wondering whether or not their relationship was on the rocks. During their time as senior working royals, they would often kiss and hold hands in public. It was really what set them apart from other royal couples, who were a lot less inclined to show PDA. These little, affectionate moments really made them seem to be warm and authentic. So if we don't see that as much anymore, it might be a sign that something is up. Number 7. Not celebrating their anniversary. Rumors are currently flying around about the reason behind Harry and Meghan's lack of public acknowledgement about their 5th-year wedding anniversary. The couple became the Duke and Duchess of Sussex on May 19 in 2018 at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, but this year they've opted not to publicly celebrate their special milestone, something which was called into question. During a royal report, Bronzy Coy spoke to Sky News about the rumors. She said that it was all very strange. She said, interestingly, they haven't actually marked the occasion at all. I would say maybe they're opting for privacy, but that doesn't really fit with recent events. She said, "It's a bit of a weird one. And has certainly been noticed by people as well." Earlier, a royal commentator had mentioned that Harry and Meghan are breaking apart and leading separate lives. Tom Bauer said, "There are many now in London who say that Meghan is getting tired of Harry. There is speculation that the Duchess will, at any moment, say this is enough and negotiate with King Charles for some deal to break off the marriage." Number 6. Toxic relationship. Meghan's half-sister. Samantha Markle loves to support this certain narrative. She claims that she's seen signs that they were headed for divorce. She said, "They're really unhealthy for each other, and their relationship is." As for her relationship with Meghan, things are even worse. She ended up bringing a defamation lawsuit against her after a 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey. Samantha claims that Meghan made malicious statements against her to a worldwide audience, as around 50 million people watched that interview. As a result, she claims that she was subjected to humiliation, shame, and hatred on a worldwide scale. During the Oprah interview, Meghan made various claims about their childhood. She said that she grew up as an only child, and that she and her older sister were virtually strangers who had no relationship whatsoever. In response, Samantha said that this story was completely untrue, and claimed that the two of them actually had frequent and regular contact with each other over the years. She even accused her of constructing a false rags to royalty narrative. In the Netflix documentary, The Duchess claimed that she hadn't seen her sister for over a decade, and they had little to no relationship. But once she started dating Harry, she was suddenly everywhere in the media giving interviews to anyone who asked. Family is against them. While doing an ITV interview promoting his memoir, Harry revealed William's real feelings about their marriage. Quote, "He never tried to dissuade me from marrying Meghan, but he aired some concerns and said, 'This is going to be hard for you,' and to this day I don't truly understand what part he was talking about. Maybe he predicted what the British press reaction was going to be. So his brother wasn't a fan of their relationship from the jump." For public pressure. It's safe to say that most people blame the couple's problems solely on Meghan. She was blamed for their decision to leave the royal family, which is why it's called the Megxit. This is something that Harry has addressed in their Netflix documentary. He said, "How predictable that the woman is to be blamed for the decision of a couple." He insisted that it was his decision and she never asked to leave. He said he was the one who took it upon himself to say. So there was always a lot of misogyny involved when it comes to placing blame. But the real reason people want them to split up so much is because they fundamentally do not believe that Meghan is right. For Harry, and a divorce would completely validate their feelings. At the same time, the couple have also done everything they can to push their relationship into the spotlight. So it's no wonder that people are just so invested. All their Netflix ventures and media projects have made it into a bit of a soap opera, and they've really tried to paint their romance as a fairy tale. It's created something that not even they can live up to, because as we all know, a real relationship has its highs and its lows. Number 3, the couple fight. The only time we really get a sense of tension between Meghan and Harry is when he describes one of their nasty fights in his book. In one chapter of Spare, he confessed that he snapped when a conversation with Meghan took an unexpected turn. He remembers becoming disproportionately, sloppily angry with her and speaking to her harshly enough that everything in the room came to a stop. After that, Meghan calmly let him know that she would never stand for being spoken to like that. And she asked him who he learned this behavior from. Harry called this a light bulb moment which helped him to realize how much he is a product of his own upbringing. And that is the first and only time we hear about one of their fights firsthand. and we know they have had plenty of tense moments with all of the members of the family. Number 2, dirty laundry. Of course, so much of the blame has been placed on Meghan, who's been accused of tearing Harry away from his family. Since their exit, they had taken part in a series of media projects which seemed to target the monarchy. They got a ton of criticism after the release of their Netflix documentary, and a lot of it comes down to the apparent hypocrisy surrounding their decision to leave the royal family in pursuit of a reclusive life away from it all. The series again pushes this idea of excessive media intrusion into their lives, with multiple clips of the couple being pursued by crowds of paparazzi. And so people feel that the added publicity and attention they're getting from the documentary was completely at odds with their reason for leaving the UK and abandoning their royal duties. In fact, they've received so much backlash for this that they had to release a statement saying that they never wanted privacy in the first place. Number 1, attending the coronation alone. While Meghan stayed in Montecito with Lilibet and Archie, Harry was noticeably uncomfortable when he arrived at Westminster Abbey for the coronation. As he was walking into the church, he was chatting with his cousins, Princess Beatrice and Eugenie, and their husbands. But something about it seemed a little awkward. He was the only one who came solo in between two. This looked very lonely. After the service, Charles and William took part in the coronation procession back to Buckingham Palace, while Harry left the event alone. He wasn't invited to the balcony appearance, and he probably didn't have a reason to stick around. As far as we can tell, he still isn't on speaking terms with Charles, Camilla, William, or Kate. So what do you guys think about the rumors? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.